Is it ever Monday? Welcome to the Great Uncle Pixel Show on this fine, fine Monday. Well, thanks for listening. I'm gonna go. No, I just got here. Today, on the Great Uncle Pixel Show, I'm going to. Uh, uh, I forgot to open my little docu-bowl. I was going to move the "Am I Dead" function from space, or from the space node, not from actual outer space, you understand, but from the node with the name space, and from the script attached to the node named space, into the node attached to the alien shots, so I don't have to mess with. So I don't have to have the command work differently for boss shots than regular alien shots, which are the same, which both use the P shot script, but spawn these shot instances in different locations. And hopefully, somewhere while doing that, I'll figure out why the free command that oh damn it, I forgot to change the name of the stream. Also, yes, hello. Also, I forgot to put on the voice. The voice! Speechchat.com. Give away all my secrets. Speechchat.com. Let's make sure I have the volume turned up. Okay, I do. Testing. If you reload this. Yep, okay, I can hear it. Testing, yes. So, if you reload the stream, it should have the correct information now, I hope. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll probably have to change the name of the VOD when that's all done because it always uses the first name, and but that's a problem for future me. Present me has to do a whole bunch of recoding. So today I'm going to start off doing something I should have done before, which is make a backup copy. I can't believe my most recent backup copy is from 2 weeks ago. Let's see. I could have sworn I took one more recently. And okay, so go over here. So I took the here's the function. Where is this function called? No, the shot, the code to spawn the shots should still be here. They should not. It's just the code to test whether the shot hits the ship. That should be moved to the shot itself. Okay. Just before I do thing, I want to make sure I'm doing thing. So this whole, not that one. So this whole function right here, P shot, I'll drop it here. These error messages are understandable because they reference variables that are in the other script, and I will deal with them one at a time as I get to them because this is as I deal with them. Okay, so I'm going to go back to node 2D and go back to the space, and I am going. Now let me just comment this whole thing out. This will cause other errors. That's why I wasn't looking forward to this. It's going to break before it's fixed. Okay. So let me that's the explosion sound. I believe I shall have to see if I can copy this node. See if I can just copy and paste the node rather than having to. I can. Good. So this is gonna be a sub of P shot. I don't. I don't actually need this energy thing because it's not. It was only stuck there as a placeholder. Delete. Yes. Okay. I'm going to leave. I'm going to leave this here for the moment, even though it doesn't. It's not going to get used anymore by space or by anything else. I'm going to leave it there because it throws off the node count to remove it, which I'll do, but it'll. I need to fix it later. Yeah, I need to. I kind of want to hit play here, but I know it's just not going to work. So I'm going to hit play and see how badly it crashes. It should be amusing to watch it explode. Let's see. Yeah, that's about what I expected. Right, because I have all these lines that are red, so they're not going to. Well, I'm told they're red. I've been told they're red. Kind of look brownish. I think some of that is the color, uh, not coordination, color calibration on this monitor. Need to hit that with a rock at some point. Not not quite feeling it today. Not quite in the zone. I need to focus. I need to get in the zone. Need to get in the zone. So A shooting. So first thing I want to do. Where is it? Where is process delta? There it is. This needs to go here as well. And I needed to sneeze, apparently. Now, there, boss equals get. See if I can do this. Parent get. Yeah, this will work the way I think it will. Boss equals get parent dot get parent. This is P shot, right? I want to look at that. Get parent, get name. That should work. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Just taking a look at my things. Taking a look at my notes. So, Right, I do need an eye. Okay, copy that. File in use locked or lacking permissions. Maybe it's because that's still open. Yeah, that was the problem. The game it was still running. Er, A shooting is still not defined. Current scope. That's okay. It's A shooting. That's fine. Any shooting involves detect. A shooting equals get parent dot shooting. Where's boss over here? I'm gonna put this up here. That way it won't. Oh, there. Okay, I need to know. Okay, hang on. Shot node. Shot node's okay. Okay. Let me see. If boss was true, then shot node GD. I have to trace. I have to. Oof. This is why I didn't want to move this. Because of the two different locations of where the shots are spawned. So, hold on. I think clearly the problem I'm having here is having to figure out what where the new where the instanced versions of the shooting nodes are being spawned. That is my main problem I'm having right now. That's the main difficulty I'm having to work through here. And the solution, the obvious dumbass solution, is to not have them spawn in different places. The boss shots should be in should spawn the shots in exactly the same place as every other shot instance is spawned. Duh. I'm solving the wrong problem. This because it doesn't the shot doesn't need to know whether a boss fired it or not. The shot just needs to know if it hits me. And this is me staring at the ceiling, going, yeah, yeah. This is also me staring at the ceiling, going, man, I wish I had some potato chips right now. Feeling snacky. We don't have any potato chips in this place. Not really supposed to have that many potato chips. But okay. Some chips have materialized next to me, but as if by magic. The, the magic chip fairy. Not bad. Thank you, magic chip fairy. You must all thank the magic chip fairy. It's very important. And I have some water, but anyway, yeah. Okay, so let's ignore all this, and so where we want to do. Whoops. So what I'm doing next is not this. Boy, I'm glad I made a backup first this time, because boy howdy. But it should be much of a problem. In fact, it's only this line that needs to be changed. So instead of adding it as a child to just add child, which adds it as a child to the current node, which is boss, I need to go up and add it as a child of shot world up here. So this is a bit of a pain, but it's get parent. And shot world is, let's see, a 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, I didn't do this very well at all. I didn't realize the boss has its own. I'd forgotten I gave the boss its own function to determine if I've been hit. It doesn't need one. The shot should determine. Oops, wait. Wait. No, no, no. Hang on. Okay, okay, hang on. This is dumb. I was wrong. Am I okay, okay, okay. No. Am I hit? Yes, yes, this should be here. Okay, okay. 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 No, 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 no. No, 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 no. That's if the boss is hit, not if I'm hit by the boss. Okay. Am I hit and am I dead are two different things that I have possibly named a little confusingly. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Nom, nom, nom. Nom, nom, nom. Crunch, crunch, crunch. So, okay, that's good, that's good, that's good. I believe that should fix all the problems with having to figure out. I don't need this. Doesn't need to know if it's a boss. Oh. Doesn't need to know it's a boss because it doesn't know what shot it, nor does it need to. That either. So, space is get parent, get parent, get parent. Ship equals space get child 3. Perfect. In fact, these should be up here. Whoops. Global to this script, not local. And these are not technically necessary, but they're just going to make everything a whole lot easier. Okay, I'm going to try not to chew directly into the microphone. That's a little rude there. Okay. Ah. Okay. 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 No, hang on. Hang on. Crap. 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 Because the boss and the aliens have different shooting routines. They both have different uh they don't both have different routines for keeping track of how many shots are on the field at a time. And I can't move that to this because the script only keeps track of itself. This the player the shot script. Is the right one? Yeah, okay. Why did I call it P shot? It's not the because that's I keep thinking that means player shot, but it's not. It's the alien shot. Player shot is called ship shop, ship shot, shipple dipple. I really gave these terrible names. Well, I'm just gonna start all over. Erase, 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 erase. Ooh, it's gotta be volume up here. Do I? Yeah, okay. So in fact, I think I do need to keep track of whether a boss or silent. Listen to the silence as my brain spins around in space. Okay, 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 okay. What line's this? Okay, okay. First of all, let's look at this part right here is what calls the Am I Dead? Right, that's not what was going to be first. What was going to be first was me trying to decide. Yeah, I've run into an issue here that I think can best be solved by rewriting the entire there we go. So we go to the boss. I want to look boss equals false. Yeah, I'm ever since I started adding bosses to this game, I feel like it's been it's been troublesome. And I think part of the problem is that I have been treating the bosses as a separate entity instead of just another alien with more hit points. I'll be honest, this is a type of intense. I can see this is going to be the type of intense coding that I prefer to do at 3 in the morning. But it's 4 in the afternoon. 4:20 in the afternoon. 4:20. Great Uncle Pixel does not know anything about the young people's memes. Uh, but yeah, I've been treating the boss as a separate entity rather than another, which means it has a lot of duplicated code in it that would probably be just a heck of a lot easier to drop into the regular, especially around the boss's shots. Because the boss has its own shooting routine. I think the boss should have its own movement routine. I'm not going to change that because the regular enemies are going to be, back and forth, back and forth. But the bosses, I think, will each have their own movement pattern, different from the enemies, different from each other. So for uh, and so for ease of keeping everything separate, but for the ease of keeping everything separate, I will leave the boss node as a separate thing. Okay. I think that's enough chips for the moment. But this, all this, all this. No, actually, not all this. The boss should have its own. I still want the boss to have its own hit routine. Yeah, I want the boss to have its own get hit and explode routine because of that big ass explosion animation. So right now I'm trying to decide what I can move, what I can't move, and boy, I'm glad I made a backup before I did all this. Oof. You know, some days I don't feel like a great coder. This is one of those days where I'm just looking at it and going, uh. Hold on, hold on. Yeah, uh. So, all these. I don't even need to copy and paste it because I'll just integrate it into the existing shooting routine in space.gd. Uh, yeah. So we're gonna put it here. We're gonna make it part of this. Yeah, yeah. Look at boss. That's why there we go. Shot type equals 4. Shot speed equals 20. That's um, boss. Shot speed equals 5. Shot speed equals 20. Shot type equals 4. Okay. That, I think, will do it. Okay, that was a little easier. That was a little easier than I thought. You know, assuming it works. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, hang on, let me just make some notes here. Okay. Notes took. This. Huh. Okay. Okay. This. I don't need if boss anymore. Need. I still need for I equals 1 and 4, I think. I need there. Shot equals. Hold on. Actually. Hang on. We'll put it here. So it shouldn't be this, though. It should be 4. Because there's 5 potential shots. Oh no, I see. 4 is okay. Give me an error message if but anyway, for I in space aliens, okay. Wait, no. This is wrong. Aliens don't determine the aliens don't determine how many shots there are anymore. This has been wrong for a while. Glad I looked at this. I wonder everything works. No wonder everything's been a little funky. I changed some of it, and some things that changed some dependencies without changing other code that depended on those dependencies. I think I'm using the word dependency wrong here. I, of course, refer to the adult diapers when I'm saying dependency here. Shooting. Okay, that is correct. That is what I wanted. That is the variable I wanted. Space.a shooting. So we don't want shot walt. Um, I don't even want this. I don't need that. It just needs to check. It doesn't need to check if everyone is hitting. It needs to check if this shot is hitting. It's within. It's being tested from within the shot itself, not from outside. So it doesn't need. Yeah. Okay. Yes. This will work. My goodness, I've been doing it. No. Ah. Ah. That's the sound of frustrated happiness. I am quite glad. This guy, it's a pain. It's a pain in the neck. It's pain in the neck. It's pain in the nose. Pain in various body parts. All kinds of body parts. But
Hold it now.
but I think ultimately it'll just make the program better. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I need to change this. Change this. Shot should not be null because shot is this. Having trouble dragging and dropping things the past day or so. I need to. Whoop! Lost. Lost my mouse. Okay. In fact, I really don't need this variable. Just shot node is not equal to null. It should not be equal to null. And I definitely don't need these. Okay. Let me put another line in here. Put that in there so I can more easily. Okay. Okay. So this should not be an issue because it's not null because I'm calling it from that script. I'm calling it from the script, therefore it's not null. I still want to leave this test in. This. Okay. Okay, hang on. Okay. Doesn't need any get children. So there, hang on. Shot is just get parent. Or Yeah, yeah. So it'll be Shot Node is Shot World itself, or one of the instant versions of Shot World. So Shot Node should not be null at any point because it is this itself. But I'm going to leave those in there anyway. This is space. Hang on, this needs to be space dot collision area. I think it's in there. I think collision area is up here in the space. Let me check that. It should be. Yes, okay. Yeah, that's right all the way up here at the top. Good. Good, good. Good, good. My goodness, what a mess. Okay, let's get ship blue. It should be up here. Oh, okay, it's just ship. Got it. So all these instances of ship blue should just be ship. Not shipe. Ship. Whoop. Ship. 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 Um, Ship. This will have to be rewritten slightly as ship blue. Yes. Ship paused equals true. Hang on. Where was that one? Ship blue ship area. Oops. Did I copy and paste the right thing here? You. Having trouble dragging. Wipe down this, got some. Okay, there we go. It's a little better. Wipe, 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 wipe. Wipe, 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 wipe. Wipe, wipe, wipe. There we go. Must have gotten a little bit of something. Can't let the computer get all greasy and stuff. Oh, good. There we go. Okay. I'm going to. Oh no, space. Okay, that variable exists. Oh, don't know what happened there. I'm saying here, I'm gonna hit play. This may be foolish of me, but I'm gonna hit play and see what happens. If there's, I feel like, hold on, hold on. Statement here. Right. Hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on. Hmm. I know the problem here. I know what the problem is because this will only work right on instanced versions of Shot World, not the default version, the model, as it were, that all the instances are based on. Because then it's get parent. There's only two get parents. Get parent is space, and get parent, and space does not have a parent. Oh. So it'll work fine for the instanced versions, but it will not work fine for the default version. Hang on, hang on, hang on, hang. Yeah, their space node 2D. Okay, I know what to do. It's fine. It's fine. I can do this. So we'll just set this as a node 2D. Set this as a node 2D. If get if get name, oops, wrong way, equals space colon. That should do it, maybe. I'm gonna hit play. Right, 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 right. Hang on. You know what? I'm going here. That should shut down this node if it's or not. Or not. Where's the thing that calls function am I dead? There we go. And space. No. Okay. 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 Hold on. Wait, what? Wait, what? Say what? It's not even a thing I changed. That should not have changed. That should still be working. That's a big. Oh boy. Okay, I'm calm. It's fine. Everything's good. Everything is good. Well, I have to say, though, it's going smoother than I thought. Non-existent function overlaps area. That's like I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling okay. I'm making progress. This actually turned out to be a little simpler than I thought because I didn't program it too badly. I programmed it redundantly, but that's different from badly. So, huh, let's gotta see. I think I know what the problem here is. Problem is, I'm not sure what object ID 3504. Hmm. Did I send the wrong variable in? Let's take a look at what calls collision area over here. What? Let me see exactly what I'm sending in to collision area. I don't want if shot node equals null. I want this. Oh, you know what? X. Why it's 1 in 3. That's. I don't see why. Okay, it's fine. I'm not done yet. That's the problem. I need to figure out what's happening here. I need to figure out why it's doing, what it's doing, when it's doing it. It's not. Yeah, the error message is it's giving me is here, but the problem is here. Oh, the problem should not be sending in space. What? No, I shouldn't be sending in space. Space dot get child 1 2. It's ship. That's what it should be sending in. That's the problem. Okay. Oh. Okay. 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 Cancel. Stop right clicking on things. Uh. Okay. Okay. It's Well, it was working. In the time it took me to, it seems to be having problems making the shots disappear again. But okay, okay, it's coming back slowly. Attempt to call function get name on base null instance on a null instance. I'm losing track of what node I'm playing with at the moment. No, this is progress. This is progress. This is not. This is just unraveling the bugs one at a time now. I know what the problem is. I just need to fix them one at a time. And also, I want to take a nap. So, shut that window off because it broke. Now, I have to make sure. Okay, get parent. Get parent. I'm not sure this is right to begin with. Get parent, get parent, get parent. Hang on a second. I'm get parent, get parent, get parent. I think this is. I'm making this too complicated. Is what it is. I need to get rid of some of these get parents and get children's and get child parent teacher conferences from the code here. So I need to stare at this for a second. Okay, I need to. Okay. Yeah, because I have all these variables for determining what node is which, where, and when, but I shouldn't need that many. They should all be. I should be able to figure out what node is which from where when I woo wah, hoo wah, hoo wah, doo wah, boo wah. Shot node. Shot node barely even needs to be defined anymore. Because this is shot node. The script is shot node. The script is, or the script is in attached to shot node. The script itself is not technically the node. The script is attached to the node. So, okay. Sitting here and thinking in silence makes for great streaming, let me tell you. Just, okay. What, which node is shot node? What am I sending in? I've got so many nodes here. So what am I sending in when I'm going to am I dead? What exactly am I sending in? Okay. So I'm sending in shot, which I'm renaming shot node when it hits the function. Um, I don't know why. Doesn't really matter. So shot node, get parent, get parent. The shot node is itself shot world, is the, so get parent, no. Okay. Now, child equals shot node. First of all, this needs to be get child 1 now, because, actually, no, let's put ship hit sound at the bottom here, so we can, doesn't need to go there, it needs to go here. Come on, go back a bit. It needs to be under P shot, but shot area has to be above. There we go. Okay, that's what I want. So it still get child 0. This is shot area. Yeah, I need to use more comments, basically. So this. This should always be true, but I'm going to leave it in there as a check anyway. Okay. Okay. Code is messy. I don't like it. Okay. Hmm. This. This doesn't do anything because this refers to the 4 alien nodes, and the alien nodes are not here. This also refers to the alien nodes. I might need those actually, because I think I might need those actually. Yeah, I'm going to want those in there. But I'll want this. Because I do want the alien ships to pause when I get hit. And I will get hit. Okay. I probably missed something, but that's why I'm going to hit play now and see what happens. Okay. Looking good. And it crashed. Attempt the call function getParent in base null instance on null instance. This should not be happening. Hold on. Shot node, getParent, getParent. So this should not be. If space is not equal to null, and shot dot get parent dot get name equals. Yeah, there's got to be an easier way to do it than get name. Easier way to do it than that. Well, what is expected colon now? Okay, yeah, that of course that crashed. Anyway, okay. Oh, and it froze again. While I was bringing the window up, it froze again. Yeah. Cannot call method get name on a null value. Why? Parent get parent. Okay, 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 okay. If shouldn't okay, okay, okay. Oh, oh. Hold on a second. Someone needs to be banned. Okay, there we go. Please ignore that. Did I close my chat doc? No, come back, chat. There we go. Okay, chat doc is back. Anyway, got distracted. Actually, want the frog there. That's fine. Oh, the frog should be shooting. That's something's wrong there. The frog should be shooting. Now that I moved his shooting routine into the basic alien routine. But anyway, let me see what happens when I get hit. That's the important thing. Cannot call method getChild on a null value. Oh, okay. Space getChild. Okay. Okay. Let's try that again. That. Okay. 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 Now, just gonna get myself hit. Here we go. Wiggity wuggity what? Cannot call method create timer on a null value. Shouldn't be a thing. That's not something I changed. Okay, okay. Gonna go hit good old Google. Well, or DuckDuckGo actually. Okay. Okay. Okay, I found the solution, but it's not the problem I'm having. Why is my timer a null? Not call method create timer on the null value. Yeah, what? This should not be a null value. Wait, get tree, create timer, dot timeout. So is something deleting the tree? Just get tree. Just maybe I just don't know what this scene is. Turns the scene tree that contains this node. This node is not inside the tree. Okay. Okay. There's got to be an easier way to do a pause that doesn't require me to get the tree. I mean, await is okay. Okay, so it's the await. Get tree, create timer. Hmm. Yield command, but that's also requires get tree. Huh. Yeah, this is. I thought this was a rather basic function. But let's see, create timer. Uh, yeah, this didn't think this had any real requirements. If this node is not inside the tree, I think that may be the issue. Okay, let me as much as this is gonna suck, visuals wise, let me get rid of the pause right there and just see if it still works without the though it'll be won't look good. Won't look good. Zen. Then is hang on a second. Is the fourth alien not shooting anymore? Okay, good. There we go. Get child on a null value. Okay, I forgot another space. That's space. This is identifier after period. Oh, oh, that space dot get child Jacob's 10. Okay. Stop. Restart. Reopen. Goodness gracious. Cross your fingers. Nope. Attempt the call function get name. Print. Here we go. Print debug. My old buddy. Child. Child get parent. Child. Oh, I gotta fix that comma. Child get parent. Get parent. This needs to be a period. Okay, so it should still crash right there. Should still crash in the same spot because I didn't actually change any code, but at least I'll be able to see what nodes I'm dealing with here. Which is why I'm just going to not open the program. We're going to look down here in the output section. Interesting. Interesting. See if output has caught up. Shot area, P shot. Shot world 3. According to those debugs, according to all of them there, print debugs, it's not a null instance. Should not be a null instance. Get parent, get parent, get parent. Hang on. Child is shot area. So get parent, get parent, get parent. Yeah, get parent, get parent, get parent on child should either be the original non-instance. Yeah, someone dropped something. I don't know if anyone heard that, but what was I in the middle? What sentence was I spouting? Okay, get child dot get parent will either be uh the original shot world if it's starting from an instanced version of shot world, or it'll be space if it's not in the instanced version of shot world, which shouldn't happen. That should not be a thing that happens because the non-instance version is way off the screen and should not be visible or interacting with the ship in any way. Okay. But but okay. I'm just thinking here. It, I must be. What must be what's happening is because it's only happening. It's only hitting this problem of a null value when there's an actual collision. When there's no collision, it's fine. It goes past this line without even blinking. Okay. So what the problem has got to be that I am removing or freeing the node. I'm inadvertently somewhere freeing the node before it's hitting this line. Which does happen here, but it happens after this if statement. It ha- where's the problem line? Okay, it is that line. And I'm checking the same thing again right here. But it shouldn't. No. No, 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 no. Shot, not shot now. Get okay. This is where it frees the node. Something is happening. Something is happening involving destroy shot. It's doing something here. take need to take proper control of where these remove childs and get parent and freeze are happening. Let me just take a look. Okay, sorry, I got distracted thinking about what's going on here. So, okay, shut. Okay, I need this. What is parent node? Child get parent get parent. Mistaken. This parent node is just the same as shot node because child is shot nodes get child, and parent node is child's get parent. So this should be just shot node. Shot node. And don't need this. And let's see, shot node is get parent. So let's see. Let's see. This don't work. It's fine. It's fine. But parent node is simply get parent. So it's get parent Q free. Get parent. I hope I can do that. So I always seem to have run into issues when there's two functions that run parallel when I want them to run one after another. I don't know if this will do it, but it certainly couldn't hurt. Oh, that's not the right window. Show me the right window. Oh, it's broken already. Valid access to property or key A shooting on a base object of type nil. Um, Come back here. Okay, we hit play. I take an extra moment to pull up the correct window here. Okay, good, good. It's looking good. It's looking good. This is annoying. I'm not gonna lie. This is a little annoying, but I'm making progress. Each error message is clear, except when it happens here. Okay. It's still doing it. Huh. Damn it. Why? What is this for? Right. Okay. It's not necessary anymore. Shouldn't be doing it 3 times. To reload. Um, okay. Okay. Now, bearing in mind, okay. Bearing in mind, I removed the weight trees because of the error I was getting with them. It's working. I'll have to figure out what the heck's going on with the weight tree, but that's a separate issue. Uh, maybe it. Maybe. Uh, maybe. Maybe fixing the other thing will make it work. Make the I can bring the await trees back. Let's see. No, no, I can't. Something is definitely broked. It is borked. does not like that await tree. And I'm going to wait for the debugger to catch it, the output window to catch up with the crash. Keep going. Output windows catching up. Slowly catching up. Slowly catching. My goodness. Is the game still running? I don't think it is. It looks frozen. Okay, now we check the debugger. Okay, no, it's still not, um, okay, now it looks like it's caught up, and I still don't have an error message. Dum-de-dum-de-dum-de-dum. I don't have any, I don't have an error message. I mean, I've got some error messages here, but they're pretty generic. Telling me things are out of bounds that do not appear to be out of bounds. Got Shot World. I feel like the problem. Let me just put one back and see what happens. Okay. Uh, cannot call method get time create timer on a null value. Okay. Well, at least I got a real error message this time. So for some reason, I'm getting a null value on get tree, which is not something that should be happening. I'm gonna try something stupid. This work? It feels like it should work. It does not. Okay. Okay. I wonder if I can print get tree. Okay, where's that other print debug statement? There it is. So right here. Let's see if I can print debug get tree. Cause and I'm not going to bring up the it's already up. Okay. I'm going to put away the window because I want to look at the output window in the lower left, not the game itself. The game itself just gonna be running into a bullet like so. Okay. Yeah, okay. Get tree is null. Why is get tree null? I'm not sure. The way get tree is defined. How is get tree defined? Get tree is the scene tree that contains this node. If this node is not inside the tree, okay. What's a scene tree? Call group, create timer. Let's create timer is what I'm trying to do. There is a paused property? Well, that's useful. Wish I'd known about that a little earlier. Let's see here, scene tree. So would cause what would cause a get tree call to return null? Is it because I'm calling it from an instance? In which case, let's see. Await causing get tree to return null. Yeah, this is the exciting part where nothing happens on the screen. I'm reading tutorials. Because something's going on here I'm not sure about. Hmm. There is an if. Did I print that? Okay. I'm just going to rerun this and not show anything because I want to see the output. Again, as usual. And boom, because it's going to crash. Well, it's not going to crash, but okay. So this node is not inside the tree that contains this node. Which is sheer nonsense. Of course it's inside the thing that it's inside of. Isn't it? I mean, it must not be if it's giving me this error message. Yeah, it's showing get tree is null and the is inside tree function call. Oh, this node is currently inside a scene tree. It must be because it's instanced and technically doesn't exist outside of when the program is running. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, I'm not gonna let something stupid like this block the entire game. I think that's the correct I think I formatted that correctly. P shots. Wait, get tree, create timer, timeout. Okay. Let's see if that works. That's good. So let's see here. Gonna blow me up properly? No. No, it will not. I am getting hit. I am getting destroyed. It's just not pausing to show the explosion. Also, the frog should be shooting at me. That's another problem. Okay. Okay. I know what to do, I think, maybe? This is one of those weird things in Godot where things I want to run in sequence instead run in parallel. Clearly, what's happening here is it's calling this function, which pauses the game for 0.7 seconds, but it's also returning to this function. It's returning to this function immediately, so it's pausing elsewhere, but it's not pausing here. Okay, I know what I need to do next. Cancel? Cancel. I know what I need to do. I know what I need to do. The am I dead function. Okay, that's done. Let me add. Figure out why the free command crashes the game. Does it? Cancel that. Okay. Let me go over here. Figure out why the free command suddenly crashes the game. And the other thing is move the actual explosion routine to either space.gd or maybe wait, do I have a or yeah, that's what it's called. Or ship blue GD. So yeah, that should fix the issue. Maybe, possibly. It's just gonna be a giant pain again. I think. I think moving it to. I think moving it to ship blue would make more sense because it's the ship itself. So the ship exploding animation should be on the ship. But again, I'm not sure if calling the function from the shot. I need to think about this. I need to think about this. This is one of those things I may play with off the air between shows because listening to me stare off into space is not good radio. This is radio, right? I guess it's sort of radio. It's more like those public TV shows that they used to show around noonish that were only 15 minutes long. Palabra jot, palabra jot. Uh, oh, I hear voices. Happy little trees. Happy little aliens making me blow up. Wait, no. Hold on. Wait. Yes, exactly. Happy little aliens making me blow up. Aliens. Yeah. I think. Yeah, I'm not sure this what it just simply moving the explosion routine to another tree will work. Happy little trees is when the tree actually exists. Apparently, that's the problem. The tree doesn't exist. Calling get tree. Godot timer without get tree. Is there a way to create a timer without get tree? Ooh. Maybe. Oh, well, hang on. I'm seeing things that may work. Maybe solve this problem without me having to rejigger the whole program again. Maybe? Maybe. Doing. I said here. Put the cursor here. Wait a second. I don't have. Is there a class? Do I have to add something? Um. Ah, so I want engine. Engine. Get main loop. Okay, will this work? Function not found. Okay. Um, couldn't be that easy. Of course not. Uh, this is kind of frustrating. I'm stymied by some weirdness that I wasn't expecting. But that's most of the reasons I get stymied in Godot. It's something just doesn't work the way I think it will. Something just feels unintuitive. Like I've created a node that's apparently entirely outside of the usual scene tree, so I can't use the pause command, which requires the scene tree. Or this the await command that requires using the scene tree to create a brief timer. Could try something dumb. Gonna Could try a little dumbness. Interesting. Interesting and weird. That pauses the game, yes. Pauses everything, in fact. Everything stops moving, which is weird. That is very odd. It's odd because the ship animation doesn't change, even though the delay is here. Do I still have both windows up so you can't see what I'm typing at here? Yes, I do. Okay. Because the delay, that cheap, stupid delay I just put in is here. The old fat, that's how I used to do it in BASIC. Just an empty for loop for a delay, which is not good coding practices in languages like this. But the point was not to see was not to do good coding practice. The point was to see if it worked at all. Yeah, yeah, they're gonna flay me alive if the Coders Association hears about this. They're going to send someone very nerdy over to my house. Coditors. The Coditors. That's what it's called now, Coditors. And they're gonna come over my house, waving a little Godot, little flag with the Godot logo on it, and yell at me. Say, you can't do delays like that, sir. And I'll say, I'm an old man, shut up. They'll hate me after that. It's fine. It's all fine. No, but the thing is, regardless of how unproper, which is a real word now, regardless of how unproper it is to code a delay this way in Godot, the weird what's bugging me is not that. The bugging me is that it should be making a noise. It should be making the usual explosion sound, and should be making the usual explosion sound even if the pause doesn't work at all. But it doesn't seem to be. You know, just go up. Okay. Let's try space. Get child 0. Play. But the other thing is ship.animation. Okay. Okay. I don't know if you heard that, but putting this in there reactivated the explosion sound. Let's see, let me raise the desktop audio. Interesting. The sound is playing after the delay, which is weird because the command comes before that stupid delay. But point is, at least it's playing the sound. Confusing because the sound and the animation change should be happening before. Sure. Change some values and see what happens. Yeah, well, shorten the explosion time anyway. One. Is ship? Ship blue. Animation explode. Okay. Ship world, shot world. Um. Print. Debug. Ship. Am I calling the right function here? Yeah, it's definitely ship blue. Okay, so should be changing the animation of the ship blue node to to explode. Debug ship. Ship animation. And right here, let's put print again. Whoops. Print the animation. Output. Okay, so it does say the explosion, the animation is changing to explode. But it's not changing to explode. It's didn't like that. Saw my shots go through the enemy. My shot should go through the. Yeah. I've been using a get tree in this. I've been using an await get tree command in this node already. And it's been working fine. So why suddenly, oh wait, it won't get tree? Something's wrong somewhere. Something is seriously wrong somewhere. I have messed something up somewhere seriously. If as commands that should be working are no longer are starting to not work for no reason I can see. I think I'm overthinking this. Suddenly get tree. Suddenly get tree is coming up null in this node. And it wasn't before. This is not something I just moved here. This has been here. This has been part of the shot. The only thing I moved here is this am I dead function. Ew. More I see. Ah. I'm kind of out of ideas here. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to call it a day right here. I'm going to call it a day, and then I will start. I will look at this problem with new eyes, fresh and bright, on Wednesday. I think that is the thing I'm going to do. And today, I'm going to call it a day and go eat dinner. Or eat more chips. Thanks. You're very welcome for the stream, and thank you as always for watching the stream and commenting on the stream and saying words at me on the stream. It, you're very welcome as well, Bluebird underscore songster. And I will see everyone on Wednesday when I will hopefully have, some more ideas. Friend doomer a dance, friend doomer a dance, friend doomer a dance. Indeed. Well, I don't have a fancy sign off, so uh, I just have to push this button right here. Good night.